it really goes back to when I was maybe 10, 12 years old. My parents had a subscription to Reader's Digest, and there was a story called The Surgeon with the Rusty Knife. And it was about a man who would go into some sort of trance and perform these miraculous surgeries. And I was just amazed by this. Having grown up in a very conservative background, these ideas of, how spirit could work through a person had never occurred to me. So that was really my first opening. And then after that, I read Silva Mind Control, soon after that. And that really opened me up to the power of the mind. And so it really focused my interest in terms of self-development, psychic abilities, and so on and so forth. I took the S training by Werner Erhard in 1981. And after that, I met several people that introduced me to spiritual works like channeled works and some of the classical spiritual works. And I read everything I could get my hands on. Go to the bookstore every week, buy a new book, read the book. And over the years of me doing that, I came across an author named Sanea Roman. And Sanea wrote a book, many books actually, but this one was called Opening to Channel. And I read the book, and it really occurred to me for the first time that I might actually be able to do this. So what I did first was I started the automatic writing, which is something that she recommended. Automatic writing is basically where you just let the pen sort of move on its own, and after a while there's a recognizable message that you can glean from your scribbles, as you've been working with this automatic writing technique. And then I discovered that there was a woman in my area that was a student of Sanea Roman, and she was giving the Opening to Channel classes 1 and 2. And so I signed up for those right away. I took her classes. I started to learn the materials more, experientially. And when it came to the second class, the advanced class, instead of having the instructor, instead of having people work with each other, for me, just me alone, she had me work with people from the outside. And so she had seen something in me and what it was that I was doing with my channeling work. And when I was done with that session, she came up and said, "Well, John, you're ready. You can have your own clients now." And I didn't quite know what to make of that at the time, but I took her words to heart, and I began practicing channeling with my friends. And every week or two, I would be at their house, and they'd say, "Okay, so now you know how to channel. Let's do this." And so I would practice my channeling with them. I did it religiously. I did it for my friends. I did it for my family, and then it just evolved from there. I've studied with a number of people as well. I studied with probably the most well-known author is Carla Ruckert and The Law of One, the raw material. And she had a channeling class in her home in Louisville, Kentucky. And I learned from her and her husband as well. But ever since then, I have been doing this work. It's been about 30 years now, I'd say, that I've been doing this work. And I've literally had sessions, or Jonathon has had sessions for hundreds of people at this point in time.